Welcome to New Hope Community Center. Right now, we're getting ready to go on a virtual tour of our services. Of course, half of our services you really won't see in the building because they're actually in the community, but we will talk about everything that we do. Right now, this is the same entryway that all of our guests walk through every day. So we have a central entryway so that we know exactly who's coming into the building, what services they need, and how we can help them best. You're walking in right now as if you were actually one of our guests. This is the front desk, and at the front desk, you'd be greeted by staff. You can see people sitting behind the desk to greet you and just really determine what your needs are. All of our homeless clients, one of the things that we do in the community that's unique to New Hope is that we have the ability of giving all of our clients an ID card called a service point card. Which is very helpful in terms of, one, identifying the people that we're serving and the services that they need and have received, as well as helping them when they need to get their Social Security cards or their ID. To the left, where what you see right there is our Tree of Life. And the Tree of Life represents all those little colored leaves are really colored houses that are on the tree. And every time someone gets housing, they actually get the opportunity to put something on that tree. Every color represents a different month of the year. So by the end of the year, we have a tree full of color. Okay, you can move on toward the medical center. This is our main lobby still. We have a great partnership with the Ingham County Health Department, and on site we have a qualified health center, which has really been extremely useful during COVID. They do a lot of our testing, or have done a lot of our testing. We work in collaboration with them anytime someone is positive, but also it's a huge help in terms of just getting medical services to the most vulnerable in our community. For the homeless, there is a much higher proportion of people that have underlying health concerns, such as diabetes, high blood pressure, chronic issues like asthma. Oftentimes in the Michigan winter, you might see that people have issues with hypothermia, with breathing, with heart issues. So having that medical center on site is really useful and helpful to our clients. We're going to walk toward the day center, and then we'll circle back around toward Ability Benefits Clinic and our shelters. So these doors are released by the front desk person, and once you enter this door, you'll see that we have a day center to the right. We have a family room. So anytime we have families that come into the facility, this is normally during non-COVID times, and right now you're looking at it at a time when the facility is empty because we do not like to show our clients' faces. But this is the area where families and children can go and just have a space to relax and be separated from the rest of the population. The day center provides all the really sort of from inclement weather, allows people to come in on a normal basis, allows them to come in, access case managers, see TV, get their mail, pick up mail. We become a mail postal service for hundreds of people. We also use this space for COVID testing every Monday, which is really helpful. In terms of giving people a place to be. There's telephones that they can use. And of course, something that we don't often think about are just the idea of having indoor bathrooms that you can use when you're homeless and you don't have a home. Having a bathroom to use is critically important. We always provide snacks and things like that. One of the constant things we're talking about all the time is housing. So we're also always asking people about their housing plans, about what are they doing toward housing, what kind of help do they need, for housing. As a housing first agency and as taking a housing first approach, that is critical in terms of stabilizing any person that is homeless. What we do best is provide those basic needs and those temporary services. The next best thing to housing then is income. So you'll notice that we have a job opportunities board. Anytime we learn about jobs, we're posting those and letting people know what opportunities are available that they can just pick up out of those pockets. Because we have many people that do have disabling conditions, oftentimes in wheelchairs or using walkers, we do have a ramp. So literally, the day shelter is typically open from 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening, and the overnight shelter is open from 6 in the evening to 7 in the morning, all in one building, one campus. And so what that means is that people could be in the building all day and never leave. We're going to go to ability benefits, I think, and never leave. And so, in case there's bad weather, of course, people do leave because they have jobs or they have appointments in the community. And so they often will leave our facility. In addition to sort of our base services, which we consider probably emergency shelter, day shelter, and the community kitchen, we have ability benefits. This particular area is staffed by folks that help people just with their Social Security benefits. Because we have many people that are eligible for Social Security, but they oftentimes do not have the ability to just get through the process on their own. We have staff that are prepared to help them do that. We have a couple of housing staff in this area as well. One of the biggest outreaches that we have is our community kitchen. Even if people are not staying in our facility, they are typically eating in our facility. And so it gives us a way to engage, which is critically important with the homeless community in general, is that constant engagement to catch people when they're ready to have services. So our community kitchen typically serves anywhere from 70 to 90,000 meals a year. Right now, because of COVID, we're doing a lot of carry-out meals. We're probably doing about 70 carry-out meals per meal service, in addition to feeding those that are in shelter. And so it's probably about 200 meals a day, without question. You're looking at our dining room, our service area, and behind that is our kitchen. Thank you. All right, we're going to go upstairs. We have a 5-floor facility, but we actually use 2 floors that are actually built out and have been rehabbed for the purpose of people that are actually living in the facility or utilizing the services in the facility. So if we go up the elevator, hopefully we don't lose connection. If we do, we'll come right back on. Of course, we have signs about COVID posted everywhere, and it is a requirement that you wear a mask in our facility at all times for anybody that's in the facility. That includes staff, unless they are in their office alone. On the second floor of our facility, we have our emergency shelter and our veterans housing program. So now we're off. This is a community space for the emergency shelter, typically a place where people can just be and watch TV, or if they want to talk or play games. Each of these rooms represents a room where 2 people live or sleep at night. And we have 22 beds for men in this area. We have another 18 beds for veterans on the other side of the hallway, and a laundry room that is on this floor. Also case management offices, housing generalist offices, housing generalists are there in the evenings and midnight shift. We have 24-hour staffing. You can see the pool table, the ping pong table. and we have a small kitchen upstairs, and that really encourages particularly our veterans to really build those living skills that are required to just maintain in your own individual housing. This is another community space from the window of the kitchen that is primarily for our veterans. So we have been serving veterans in this facility since 1999, and it is our privilege to do so. This picture right here was even painted by one of our veterans some years ago that graduated from the program and is doing well and actually selling his art now. We have group rooms and community rooms, computer rooms up here. And again, each of the rooms, you see all the veteran flags down the hall, but each of the rooms are set up and designed to house 2 people for their sleeping area and small storage in their rooms. This is our group room right here, computer area. We also have a back deck that's right off the veterans, because we don't have a lot of green space, thanks to the VA who really helped us build this space out. We have what we call a therapeutic deck for the veterans to just be outside a little bit. They can also have it's partially a smoking area and just an area to be outside. That's an important piece for all of our clients, is to have that ability to just enjoy the weather and nature in general. And that is our facility. I think, oh, here we go. This is our outside deck. And that is all of our facility that's on the campus at 430. We also have administrative area in the building right next door, administrative staff, and most importantly, our behavioral health staff. Oh, that's the manager of our veterans program. So we do have an area that we typically call our overflow area. And so in the wintertime, typically between November and approximately April in Michigan, we do try to set up a space where we can have overflow and where we can have people in extra space for people who are living on the streets to come in. Because of COVID, one of the things we've done is we've moved this space around to create isolation area for people who might test positive for COVID. So, So within each room, we have a chair, a bed, and a monitor, so that if we need to do telehealth with a doctor over at Sparrow or anything like that, at least we have the ability set up to do that. And we use this space quite a bit until just recently. And we'll talk a little bit about that a little later, but we are just very happy to be able to share what we do and every day working with the homeless at 430 North Larch, New Hope Community Center, Holy Cross Services. And we thank you for just going on this brief tour with us today. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us.